the day.
It's time for the donkey of the day. That's pretty funny.
With
Charlemagne the devil?
possibly the Breakfast Club.
Yes, Donkey of the Day for Friday, March 28th goes to Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. Now, ever since Atlantic Magazine published Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth's messages to a group chat on Signal discussing classified war plans, Republicans have been turning themselves into Auntie Annie's pretzels trying to defend this foolishness, okay? Some are just brushing it.
I mean, and it's so true, right? Like, we can't even act like for a second that it's not true because I mean, let's keep it real, guys. Look, I'm not expecting anybody to get fired or anything over this, but Charlemagne is right. Charlemagne is going to destroy Marjorie Taylor Greene, who does need to be destroyed because she's just like some of these people. I don't know how we still think that they are, some sort of icon or something in the movement. What have they really been doing? What have they been doing? So Charlemagne the God, yeah, he deserves to destroy Marjorie Taylor Greene. He does not hold back by calling her a donkey. Some people will start saying that, they'll have their little opinions on it and everything. But look, again, I'm not looking for anybody to be fired, but just acknowledge that something went wrong here. It's just that simple. But let's go ahead and get into it.
It off as an honest mistake. Some are saying they weren't discussing classified war plans, but all of them are missing the obvious, much larger point on purpose. And that point is that some of the top U.S. officials in America shouldn't be on Signal discussing anything that has to do with our government, and especially they shouldn't be discussing classified war plans. Now, some Republicans handle it better than others. I personally feel like when you are being asked about something that makes your side look so incredibly stupid, just play it cool. Okay, either don't comment or just act like it's no big deal. Mistakes happen. You've texted the wrong group chat before, blah, blah, blah. But Marjorie Taylor Greene didn't get...
So, wait a minute, because I thought that's why he was calling her donkey today, because she was acting like it wasn't a big deal. So, first of all, his reasoning for why this is okay, his reasoning for explaining away the issue is not good at all. Just so you know, just say, hey, look, something wrong happened, and we're doing what it takes to fix it. Now, also, don't forget that Signal is something that they were using before the Trump administration. So the whole thing's been competent for a long time. But what's even weirder is that they actually already have an intranet for the Pentagon. So that's why, at the end of the day, I do believe that this was done on purpose. There's no leak that's done that isn't on purpose. That's my motto, right? That's truly my motto. And then if there is a leak that's done that wasn't on purpose, you best believe somebody is going to pay for it. So let's just get back into it.
Didn't get that keep it cool memo. Okay, no, not at all. See, the Georgia Republican refused to answer a question from a reporter about the incident, and wait until you hear what her excuse was. Let's go to CNN for the report, please.
Anybody else?
Should the defense secretary...
What country are you? Wait, what country are you from?
The UK.
Okay, we don't give a crap about your opinion and your reporting.
House Republican member Marjorie Taylor Greene lashed out at a Sky News correspondent, Martha Kellner, when she asked about the Signal group chat controversy.
Why don't you go back to your country where you have a major migrant problem?
Okay,
no. You should care about your own borders.
Do you care about American lives?
No. Let me tell you something. Do you care about people from your country? What about all the women that are raped by migrants?
Do you care
no,
about
by migrants? No. Do you care? Okay, you're done.
Do you care about American lives being put at risk?
You know what? I don't care.
Service members fighting for your country.
I don't care about your fake news.
The congresswoman from Georgia then called on an American journalist, but the reporter redirected her back to Kellner's original question.
Do you have a relevant question? Yeah, this is an American journalist. Thank you.
I'm an American, and I'd like to hear your answer to what she's asked.
I'm not answering her question because I don't care about her network. If you would like to ask, I can answer.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. So that's what I was saying. I was like, look, I get it, right? I understand the concept of all right, well, let's just, have the Americans ask first, the Americans answer American questions, whatever. I might could go there with you, but this has become lately so cringe that I'm not sure. I still believe in it, but the actors who are doing it, they're just cringe to me.
You know why Marjorie Taylor Greene couldn't address the question? Because then she would be forced to address the national security concerns that any American, especially an elected official, should have about this situation, okay? This isn't a Democrat or Republican issue. This is an incompetence of our elected officials issue, okay? Could get a whole lot of people killed issue, all right? This is why we don't trust politicians, because they put party before the people. It shouldn't matter what party a person is in this situation. What should matter is right or wrong, qualified or unqualified, drunk or not drunk. See, I remember when Pete Hegseth, President Trump's pick to run the Pentagon, was accused of regularly abusing alcohol to the point that he passed out at a family gathering, okay, and once needed to be dragged out of a strip club while in uniform. My kind of guy, by the way, just not the kind of guy I want running the Secretary of Defense.
All right, guys, you see, this is where the left always takes us so far because they won't. Nobody touches the real issue. Okay, so like no real issues do they touch because really, to be honest, we could have said that. What we could have said was that things weren't working out. Period on both ends because both sides of the aisle was making this mistake by using signal. That's number one. Number two, to talk about I'm sorry, I'm not gonna talk about somebody's past in that sense. They'll never call out Pete Hegseth for saying that Americanism is Zionism. They don't call him out for these kind of things. So it's just all fake to me.
Now, these allegations, because that's what they are, allegations, were made by an ex-relative, and they were given to U.S. lawmakers and reviewed. So when people see he's on signal, talking like this, I think it's a valid question to ask whether or not the potential DUI hire is drunk.
What happened?
Okay, that has nothing to do with a party, all right? If you truly put country over your political party. But Marjorie Taylor Greene didn't want to have that convo. She wanted to deflect accountability for her party's actions. Oh, good old deflection, okay? A tactic used to avoid criticism, blame, or negative consequences by diverting attention or responsibility.
Yeah, but y'all do it too. Now we're going into definitions, but all right, let's keep it.
Away from oneself. There is no faster way to lose respect than to deflect. See, Marjorie, if you was to simply say what they did was wrong, we the people, regardless of party, could respect that. Okay, you didn't even have to say there should be consequences, even though there should be. Just tell us that top U.S. officials discussing classified war plans on Signal is stupid and should never happen as an American. Okay, I would have said, you know what? Thanks for telling the truth, Marjorie, but now you're just confirming what I already knew. And that is that Marjorie Taylor Greene is an ultra-realistic humanoid robot designed by Elon Musk. That's the only logical explanation, okay? She is AI, artificial ignorance, all right? She connects to Wi-Fi just fine, but can't connect to basic human decency and truth. Listen, message to all elected officials, you have to be able to call.
Yeah, but you're a liar too. Come on, man. We went a little too far with this one, because at the end of the day, again, this is what y'all are paid to do. You literally work for, what is this, Clear Channel? You're not gonna get into it. You're not gonna get into anything. You don't even get into what was in the leak, what it divulged, and talking about strikes on Yemen and unnecessary strikes. You guys don't talk about JD Vance. You guys don't talk about other stuff. That's the only thing about, look, we already know that cultural and politics are going to mix. We already know. But some people, like I said, they just need to just report it real quick and keep it pushing, because at the end of the day, for Charlemagne to sit here and say all this about Marjorie Taylor Greene, which he is right about the fact that she's a partisan hack, but at the same time, who are you to say all of that about her? Because all y'all do is lie too. There's no way you could get this far ahead, especially in the radio business, Clear Channel, by telling the truth. It's just not going to work. And look, I'm not mad about how you get your bag, but how you going to come at the lady for doing the same thing that you're doing?
Call out your own. If you call out your own, then you can be respected by all. But if right or wrong depends on who's right or left, then you just a pawn. Please give Marjorie Taylor Greene the sweet.
I'm more, when I knew Marjorie Taylor Greene was a loser, loser. When I knew she was somebody, the question was that when she said 9/11 was an inside job, and then she had to take that back. Everybody thinks it was just about the Jewish lasers. It wasn't just about that. It was the 9/11 being an inside job, and I could not understand why that was such a big deal that she had to take that back. That 9/11 was an inside job, because I was like, that is every American's right to think that it was an inside job. We all a lot of Americans thought it was the government after a while. Why is this a bad thing? And so if I can't think that here and say it out loud here as an elected official representing the people who are questioning that, then how am I any better than Russia or China or Iran, these same countries as you people always bring up to me, right? So at the end of the day, they're all donkeys of the day. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.